Our next guest is has a very kind of distinctive look to her that I think right now sets her apart from the other cats on the adoption floor. Not necessarily her coloring, but just she has that very like long, narrow kind of face, more of like an Oriental breed type of thing. That really sets her apart. She has a really long tail as well. And she is what we would refer to as a return to shelter. This is Elektra, and she is a 3-year-old gray tabby and white. And when she was here the first time, she was just a kitten, a 12-week-old kitten named Bernadette. She was a product of our foster care program, and then she got adopted. And unfortunately, the owners are saying that there's now an allergy issue with their youngest child in their household, so they had to return her to us. When you adopt an animal from us, if you're unable to continue to care for them and you're not able to find a loving, suitable home for them, we want you to bring them back to us. We would prefer that they not go to a different shelter, but if you have to bring them to a shelter, it would be this one. Now, generally speaking, we only take in animals from county residents, but we do stand by our animals. So if you adopt and you're out of county or things like that, we are always going to take our pets back. Elektra is about 3 years old, and she was described to me as a very active cat. If you're looking for a cat that's just going to sit on your lap all day, probably not this one. But if you're looking for a cat that's going to be independent and kind of hang out with you, but is okay being by herself, a cat that's going to be very playful and you're going to be able to interact with her and throw mice and do all kinds of different toys, then she might be a good fit. Her previous owners said that she had gotten along with cats and dogs, but I have noticed here in the shelter environment that when she gets a little glimpse of some of the other cats, that sometimes she's a little hissy. That could just be the environment. It could be like that they're in cages and that's not her typical behavior, but something to be aware of. We'll keep an eye on that as we're getting to know her more now as an adult rather than a kitten. They said that she was playful, energetic, friendly. They said that she was calm and independent, which we've kind of seen here for the most part. They also said that she's afraid of loud noises. Most cats are, and the vacuum or a door slamming or something dropping, they kind of react and they scurry away and hide under the couch for a little bit. So she's, pretty much your typical cat, but she is going to be, again, very, very active. If you're interested in Elektra, you can visit her here at the shelter. Her adoption fee would be $97.50 as an adult cat.